Hello everyone, and welcome. In this video, we are looking at the Belarus visa and investment update for 2026, with a focus on business travel, investment, residency, and some of the opportunities highlighted in the information provided for this presentation. Before we begin, an important note. Immigration and investment rules can change. Some proposals may still be under review, and eligibility can depend on your nationality, purpose of travel, documents, and the latest instructions from Belarusian authorities. Always verify the current requirements through official sources before making a payment or submitting an application. Let us start with the biggest headline. New opportunities for investors and business travelers. The supplied infographic highlights four main areas: business support, investment, residency, and mobility. Together, these categories show why Belarus may be of interest to entrepreneurs, investors, and people who need to travel for legitimate business purposes. First is the Citizenship-by-Investment, or CBI, proposal. The infographic describes draft legislation that aims to connect faster citizenship pathways with economic investment. This is important, but it should not be interpreted as a guaranteed citizenship program. The proposal is still under review, and the final rules, financial requirements, eligibility conditions, and implementation process should be confirmed only after the relevant legislation and official guidance are finalized. Second is Investor Residency. The supplied graphic refers to an investment threshold expressed in basic units and gives an approximate US dollar equivalent. Treat that number as information from the provided graphic rather than a final quote. Investment residency can involve establishing or supporting a business, meeting legal requirements, proving the source and legitimacy of funds, and maintaining the required conditions for residence. The exact route should be checked against the current official rules before applying. Third is electronic visa access. The infographic highlights Belarusi visa access for eligible short-term travelers, with a stay of up to 30 days shown in the graphic. An electronic visa can make the process more convenient, because eligible travelers can complete parts of the application digitally, instead of relying entirely on a traditional paper process. However, eligibility and permitted activities depend on nationality and the current visa rules, so check the official portal before booking travel. Fourth is the traditional business visa. The graphic highlights short-term type C business travel, including stays of up to 90 days, as well as multi-year business visas for frequent travelers. In practice, a business visa is normally tied to a genuine business purpose and supporting documentation. Depending on the case, this can include an invitation, a letter of support, evidence of the business relationship, and other documents requested by the authorities. Now let us look at the general process. A sensible first step is to identify the correct visa or residence category. Next, check eligibility and prepare the required documents. After that, submit the application through the appropriate official channel. If approval is granted, complete the remaining formalities and travel according to the conditions of the visa or permit. For business travelers, preparation is especially important. Your passport should be valid for the required period, your application information should be consistent, and your supporting documents should clearly explain the purpose of the trip. If an invitation or business support document is required, make sure it comes from a legitimate organization and matches the information in your application. For investors, the due diligence stage is even more important. Understand exactly what investment is required, where the money is going, what legal entity is involved, what taxes or fees may apply, and what happens if the application is refused or the investment conditions change. Never rely only on a social media advertisement or an unofficial agent's promise of guaranteed approval. Why might someone consider Belarus? The supplied infographic points to its strategic location in Europe, investment-related opportunities, a skilled workforce, growing sectors, and access to regional markets. These can be relevant considerations for a genuine business decision. But location alone is not enough. Investors should also examine sanctions and compliance requirements, banking access, tax rules, currency issues, market conditions, and the practical ability to operate a business. There are also different visa options depending on the purpose of travel. The infographic separates short-term business visas from multi-year business visas. Choosing the correct category matters. Applying under the wrong category can create delays, or even a refusal, so the purpose of your visit should be clearly defined before you begin. If you are planning to visit Belarus for business, invest, or explore a legitimate commercial opportunity, make a checklist of your documents before you start. Confirm passport validity, photographs if required, application forms, invitations or support letters, proof of funds, where applicable, accommodation details when required, travel insurance when required, and any additional documents requested for your nationality. Most importantly, remember that an infographic is a summary, not a legal decision. The CBI item shown here is described as a proposal, and visa or residency rules can be updated. Use the information in this video as a starting point for research, then confirm every important detail with the official Belarusian authorities or an appropriately qualified immigration professional. That is our overview of the Belarus Visa and Investment Update 2026. If you found this explanation useful, consider subscribing for more visa, travel, business, and immigration updates. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.